Our universe, it's a vast place. It's immensely large and way beyond what we could possibly imagine or even begin to comprehend. Let's start simple so it's easy to understand later on. You live in a city, let's say it's New York, and New York has a population of 8 million people. The city of New York is in a state also called New York, but the state of New York is only one part of the country we call the United States, which has 49 other states with a total population of 330 million people. Now, try to imagine 330 million people in your mind. You can't. Our brains just can't grasp such big numbers. But let's say you were able to imagine all those 330 million people in your mind, and I asked you to count every one of them in your head as you see them. Take a guess at how long it would take you to count all of those 330 million people in your head. Even if you counted one number per second, it would still take you 10 years. Think about that. If I asked you to count everyone in the United States, it would take you 10 years to do so. And that's considering you're superhuman and don't take a break for anything in those 10 years. And that's just one country. There are 195 countries in the world. Now, most countries are not the size of the United States, but 195 countries is still a lot. Already we can see the Earth is a big place, with a total population of close to 8 billion people. Yet, humans still only occupy about 30% of the Earth's surface, because the majority of the surface is covered with water. Okay, so now that we are somewhat familiar with the actual scale of big numbers, let's talk about us as a whole, like Earth. Earth is a planet, and our sun is a star. Our Earth, along with 7 other planets that are part of our solar system, is orbiting the sun. Earth is big, but compared to the sun, it's extremely small. As a matter of fact, the Earth is so small and the sun is so big that you could theoretically fit 1.3 million Earths inside just one sun. Our sun is not only big, but it is extremely far away from us. It's 93 million miles away to be precise, which is a great distance. It takes light emitted from the sun 8 minutes to get to us, so the speed of light is so fast that it travels 93 million miles in just 8 minutes. Since we are talking about the speed of light, I should mention that light travels at the speed of 186,000 miles per second. To put that into perspective, light travels so fast that it would reach the moon, which is 239,000 miles away from us, in just 1.3 seconds. Think about that for a minute. Reaching the moon was humanity's greatest achievement, and that was the Apollo program, which involved an estimated 400,000 engineers, technicians, and scientists, and cost $24 billion US. It took us 3 days to get to the moon after thousands of hours of hard work by the brilliant NASA engineers and scientists, but the result justified all the hard work. Now, you might be thinking the moon must be very far from us, but the reality is it's not that far from us at all. To help you visualize this, imagine that our Earth is a single house, so the moon would be a garage in the backyard of that house, and Mars would be a mile from that house, and the sun would be about 3 miles from our house. So in that regard, we've only been to our garage, and we consider it a single greatest achievement in history. But there's a whole world outside our home, which humanity might never get to see, at least not in our lifetime. So for comparison, that would be like you spending your whole life, from your first breath to your last, inside one house, while knowing that there is a whole world outside your house, but it is so far beyond your reach that you will never be able to see it. So now that we've established our place in the solar system, let's get to the galaxy we live in. We live in a galaxy called the Milky Way, and the Milky Way is a big galaxy, with about 200 billion stars and planets. Just try to imagine that for a second. So let's use our previous example to compare. Remember, if you counted to 330 million, it would take you 10 years. Now imagine how long it would take you if you had to count every single star and planet in our galaxy. It would take you over 6,000 years to count all 200 billion stars and planets. Now remember, most of these 200 billion planets and stars in our galaxy could be the size of our sun. And our galaxy, the Milky Way, is 100,000 light years in size. To put it simply, it would take light 100,000 years to go from the starting point to the farthest point in the galaxy, and that's just one galaxy. Now, if it takes light that long to get there, one can't even imagine how long it would take us. Because remember, Light travels at the speed of 186,000 miles per second, and the highest speed we humans have achieved is 289,000 miles per hour. That's equivalent to less than 1% the speed of light. We can't even reach 1% the speed of light yet. And even if one day in the distant future we were able to somehow reach the speed of light, it would still take us 100,000 years just to explore our own galaxy. But our galaxy, the Milky Way, isn't the only galaxy in the universe, and it certainly isn't the largest. There are roughly 200 billion other galaxies in our universe. But that's just an estimate, and there could be upwards of 1 trillion galaxies according to NASA. With sizes ranging from the smallest galaxy, which is 300 light years in diameter, to the largest galaxy, which is 6 million light years in diameter. It's like the universe made a prison for us. We can see all the stars and galaxies through a telescope, knowing full well that we will never be able to reach them. They're just close enough for us to see, but just far enough to where we can't reach them. We humans are so small relative to our universe that it's not even a comparison. If the entire universe was the size of the Earth, we humans would be smaller than ants, and the galaxies would be the cities. To better understand the vastness of our universe, let's imagine our planet Earth is the size of a quarter, and the entire United States of America was filled with quarters. Every single state, city, streets, all filled with quarters. That would represent our universe. Each quarter there represents a star or a planet, and we are one of those quarters out of trillions of others. Let's talk more about the size of the entire universe as a whole, at least what we can see, which is called the observable universe. And it's estimated that the actual size of the universe might be 250 times that of the observable universe. So the universe we can see is big, with trillions of stars and galaxies, but the actual universe might be 250 times bigger than that. It would take 93 million years to go through the entire universe. And remember, that's still only the observable universe. Also keep in mind that we can't even achieve 1% the speed of light right now. So there is no question as to how long it will take us to explore the universe, even if we tried, because we just can't. It's just too far beyond what we could possibly achieve. It's information like this that makes you look up into the night sky and realize all of your problems, fears, memories are all so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. If we humans were to disappear right now without a trace, it would make no difference in the universe. It would be like we never existed at all. Most of us are so oblivious to the reality about ourselves and our place in the universe that we blissfully live our whole life believing we are special and that we are in the center of everything, and everything we do matters. But I'm afraid that couldn't be farther from the truth. And the truth is, we live on one planet out of trillions of others, yet we somehow convinced ourselves that we are special and our actions are significant. However, it's not all bad because we do have something that is rare in the universe, which is life. That's right, life is a very rare occurrence in the universe, especially intelligent life, which is so rare that we haven't found any evidence of another intelligent civilization so far aside from us. There could be intelligent life out there somewhere in the universe, but we just haven't been able to find it yet. Well, I hope you learned something new from this, and I was able to spark your curiosity about space. If I was able to make you think about this on a deeper level, then I consider this a success. And I would greatly appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll leave you with this quote from Carl Sagan. We make our worlds significant by the courage of our questions and by the depth of our answers. And if you watched this far, then you most likely have higher intelligence and an innate desire to learn. Have a great rest of your day.